Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with a quick little update on the most recent Gypsy Rose video that I did, her having a little conversation with her #1 defender Bree. And I also want to talk about something going on with JoJo Siwa. I figured let's pop it in one video and go over both of them. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so first let's go over the update I think most of y'all are going to be more interested in, and that is Gypsy Rose's #1 defender and parasocially connected friend Bree talking about the recent video that went viral. I would like to play the video that went viral and then I will play Bree's response to it. It's basically her just trying to walk it back, her trying to gaslight people into thinking they didn't hear everything. It was taken out of context. People don't know what they're listening to, and everything is just jokes and, oh, we were just, we were having a private conversation. The entire thing was very clear to most of us that she was instructing Gypsy on how to basically get her way out of a parole violation. Just tell your PO that somebody acted like they had your phone. It wasn't you. It couldn't have been you.
They need.
Fate will be decided tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they need. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they should have to need. Oh shit! They should have to need proof. Like they can't just use a text. I feel like not even text message. They should have been like, I don't know. Somebody could have got hold of your phone. Like. I don't know, something. Like, because people can use, there's like all kind of crazy phone apps and everything, girl. There's phone apps that can actually send you message that you can, okay, so there's phone apps where you can type in, like your number. Say somebody can download this app, type in your phone number, and then send a text to someone and it'll show that it's coming from your phone even though it's not.
Wow.
Yes, that's why I feel like there's no way they can send you back to prison on this. Like, I would even bring up that, be like, I absolutely did never, like, I would be like, I would lie. I would say absolutely didn't, and be like, there has to be a way that this text message was like falsified or whatever. I don't know. I would just fight for your life, girl, because there are ways. Yeah. That's the reason I feel like at the end of the day, like they would have to prove it, because there are ways for people to do that. There are actual apps, girl, real apps that will show it's your phone number, even though it's not. Oh shit! Let me. Oh, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God I just started this YouTube live because I'm like on the phone with you. I'm like, just lie. I'm gonna address this one time and I'm not gonna address it again because it's stupid. Me and Gypsy was having a private conversation that I didn't realize I was on live yet. I mean, I knew I was on live, but I wasn't thinking. I covered up the camera, but not the same. I don't know. But because it wasn't that big of a deal, it wasn't talking about nothing like top secret. And, everybody's trying to always get Gypsy in prison. They always sending stuff to the PO. And she was talking about basically, like, what constitutes, like a real reason. Like, just somebody sending a text message or whatever. Like, that's basically all it was. And I was just, if y'all would have listened to the rest of the clip that they didn't put on there, I was like, oh my God. I was sitting on here telling you to lie. Like, I was laughing like it was a joke. And as soon as I turned off mute, if I wouldn't have turned off mute, you would have heard me saying, well, everybody thinks you lie all the time anyway, so what's the difference? Like, ha ha ha. But I really don't care about the video. She doesn't care about the video. The PO doesn't care about the video. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. Like, because it's stupid, and I'm not gonna, like, I have way other things in my mind than to be worried about that.
And I said in my original video, I'm not sure how y'all feel about this, but when I think of my friends, and I have a few very close friends, they hold me accountable when I need to be held accountable. They don't instruct me to lie to get out of something. They aren't a bunch of yes men and yes women. But again, birds of a feather flock together, so I will play that. But Brie is basically just trying to, you know, backstep her way out of this and gaslight everybody. The other thing I want to say about Gypsy before we move on to this update about JoJo is that I think a lot of people kind of look at her like, oh, they won't send her back to prison. She's different. She's not different. And we're not talking about her being tried for the same crime. We're talking about a parole violation. I had a couple of comments from her fans in my last video, which is always expected, of them saying she did her time, she's not going to be tried again. I don't think that y'all really understand the difference between a parole violation versus what you're talking about, which is double jeopardy. Nobody's talking about double jeopardy. We're talking about a literal parole violation. She is on parole still, and violating that parole could very well send her back to the slammer. Now let's move over to the adult child that learns nothing, JoJo Siwa. She recently put out a video saying that she had a new dance move, and it is this, you know, very non-creative windmill dance, whatever. The problem with that is JoJo is lying yet again. She did not create this. She is not the original creator. She's not the one who invented this in her super creative mind. This was literally created by another content creator on TikTok, Emily Brooklyn __, and she first did this dance on July 8th. And she shows her child. Of course, I will show it, but I'll blur the child's face. And the video has 4 million likes. So JoJo, trying to tell people how creative she is and how she just has this, you know, she's doing things that nobody understands kind of shtick that she's been doing for a while, has been proven to be a lie yet again. I've said this for a while. I am past my point of understanding larger creators stealing from smaller creators and racking in all of the views, likes, and comments and admiration by some people when they did not create it. They just saw somebody with a smaller platform do it, they copied it, and they thought that they could get away with it. I am past the point of saying, okay, well, maybe this is a one-off, maybe whatever happened, here's some kind of reasoning for it. I am past that point. I think that so many of these large creators, despite having a lot of followers, are they're very uncreative and they're very unoriginal. And all that they do is keep their eye out for smaller creators that might not have the following that they have, and they will take something and call it their own. I've been talking for in between 3 and 4 years on the kind of end of really entitled, arrogant, unoriginal influencers, and how I felt like the time was going to come when these influencers were not going to be what they once were back in, you know, 2018, 2019, even into the last year or so. And I do think over the last, especially during this year, 2024, we've kind of seen the tables start to turn. People are not here for the $600 Target hauls once a week and the going in the hair salon and dropping $1,500 for extensions, and then going to watch someone get their nails done, and that's $200, and coming home with the Louis Vuitton bags and the Hermes this and Gucci that. We are just no longer living in a climate where that is even remotely interesting to people. Of course, they will always have some audience. But I think that we are slowly, very slowly, moving towards people wanting to see relatable content creators. People that you feel like, that's exactly something that I would do. They are living within their means, and I can relate to what they are producing. And I think it's only going to continue, and I'm here for it. I am so done and so over the uber wealthy influencer just building a platform off of not being original, not being relatable, not being educational, not being entertaining, And I think a lot of other people are on that boat too. Tell me how y'all feel about the kind of decline of influencer culture. I'd love to know, what kind of content do you gravitate towards? Is it living vicariously through somebody who lives in a $1 million apartment and does all this, you know, super wealthy stuff? Or is it somebody who lives in a house like yours and, you know, does very normal hauls and is living a life that you feel like you can relate to? Because that's what I'm gravitating towards by a long shot. For anyone who is interested, Axel did get his little spa day, his little bath today, and it is super hot outside. We spent a lot of time outside today and I am just beat. So I'm going to finish it out here. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.